Ah, the class that just seems to have no middle ground whatsoever. The Commando, the Hunk, the Muscle Man. Well, in this case, the Festive Man. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Primal Carnage Extinction. And we are playing as the Commando today. We got all three weapons covered here, starting off with the AR, or the assault rifle. Then we will do Carbine, and then we'll do burst rifle. And I'll talk about each one as the rounds happen. First, probably the most interesting weapon since 3.0, the AR. So, well, where do I start with this thing? When it first came out, it got a massive buff because of the changes made to the human weapons, algorithm and coding and stuff like that, which made the AR absolutely bonkers. The rockets have always been, ever since the game Gun's existence, the rockets have done the same amount of damage. But recently, they put a patch which nerfed the AR, the fall off, the spread worse again. They'll probably buff it in about a week or so because it's just so indecisive. The thing with the AR and the Primal Carnage community is that people will either complain it's too weak or it's too strong. There is just no middle ground with this gun. When 3.0 first happened, I agreed it needed a nerf. I think the majority of the community agreed it needed a nerf, and it got its nerf. And then, lo and behold, the same people that cried for it to be nerfed cried for it to be buffed. I'm on the opposite of that, actually. I think the nerf was justified. I think it was fine. So what happens a few weeks later? The AR gets buffed again. Everyone's happy. Oh no, but 2 weeks later, it got nerfed. Way! I mean, at the state it's at now, this video, which is before the most recent nerf, I actually think the AR is fine. I don't think the nerf is a bad thing either. I think it's still going to be a solid weapon. It's still going to be the best Commando weapon. It's still going to be what it is. Now, I will say, if I was to pick the nerfs, I would obviously nerf the fall off, which is effectiveness at range. So Scientist has long fall off because it has long range, and Pathfinder has short fall off. Just for those of you that don't know what I mean when I say fall off, I would probably make it the worst fall off out of the Commando weapons. I would probably, it might be a bit extreme, but I would slightly nerf the DPS. So you see I did 40 damage, which seems to be the base. I would probably cut that down to 38. I just don't think that high damage is necessary. I mean, it does bloody more damage than the Carbine and the burst rifle, for crying out loud. The rocket, I would drop the damage to 350. I think 350 is a reasonable amount. Now, I don't want to go too overkill, because it is a freaking rocket at the end of the day. One thing I just don't like about the AR is this spam ability. The fact that it can just insta-kill you with a rocket, or you could just literally hold left mouse, hold still, and you instantly win. That's just my biggest gripe. But recently, you know, it does feel a bit more balanced and fair. So I'm happy with it as it is, well, as it was then, and I'm even happier with it after its nerf, because sod it! Right then, I'm going, well, actually, this round went swimmingly well for me. Not at the start, though, but we definitely had a strong finish. Alright, that's enough out of me. I'm going to disappear for the rest of this round, and I shall see you all to talk about the Carbine. Righty-ho, I am back to talk about the Carbine. Probably the weakest Commando weapon at this moment in time, and the weapon that seems to just exist. So the Carbine, it got an indirect buff because of the changes to the human weapons during 3.0. I think I said this many times, so I don't know why I'm going on about it now. The heavy melee, I think, has really helped me with use the Carbine more efficiently. But unfortunately, the devs recently decided to nerf the heavy melee, so the dinos are only stunned for half the time. An indirect nerf for this weapon in particular does suck, but it is what it is. Yeah, I like the Carbine. I mean, you can see me using the scope a couple of times this round, but I don't really see the appeal for it. Like, hip firing is just as effective. To be honest, I don't like the scope because it blocks my vision. This was a round where the humans were very, very dominant. I mean very dominant. Like, modes of moles throughout this round where nobody attacked. I mean, it's annoying for me because I want action. I want to get lots of kills, lots of carnage. I mean, the game is called Primal Carnage. It's in the title. One thing I like about the Carbine is the accuracy. It also got a fall-off nerf for some reason. I don't know why. I think Carbine having good fall-off is okay. You know what I mean? It really is. It does less damage than the AR. Unless you get like a crit shot, then, you get a massive damage bonus with the crit shot. So this gun does scream like head, which is cool for those more accurate players, but not cool if you're me. And this thing can shred in seconds. Like, I think there is like a period in this round where I just hit an absolute purple patch and got like 10 kills in 2 seconds. I mean, a lot of them were from the grenade as well, I will admit that. And there was a tyrant cap. But you get the gist. Would I change the Carbine? I don't think I would change the Carbine, to be honest. I think it's fine the way it is. Well, the only way you would encourage more people to play it is to stick a freaking rocket on the end of it. Righty-ho, that's enough about talking about the Carbine. I am going to disappear now for the rest of this round, and I shall see you to talk about the burst rifle. Oh boy. The burst rifle. The rifle that bursts with excitement. The presence of dinosaurs. Didn't really make any sense. Okay, now burst rifle is awesome. I will say though, even though I like it, it is probably my least favorite commando weapon to use. I don't know, I just never really connect to it. It does feel like a Carbine 2.0. Yeah, it does feel like Carbine 2.0, where instead of it just firing lots of high damage rounds, it fires lots of high damage rounds. It has a burst action range, like mechanic. It's got a scope. And it's got a freaking bayonet on the end. Like, the devs spared no expense. I just wish they did more, like, things like that for the other human weapons. Like, add a bayonet on the end of one of the Pathfinder weapons, like the Spaz, for instance. Feels a bit like, why does the burst rifle have this, but no other weapon does? Burst rifle is interesting because it's similar to the AR in the sense that it's either, like, really, really strong, or it's not very good. I think in this scenario, it is really, really strong. Very good damage, very good accuracy. I think it does have the best fall-off out of all the commando weapons. I don't see the need for the scope though, because I hardly use it. Hip firing, like with the carbine, is just as effective. You could probably remove the scope and nobody would care. As for the bayonet, it encourages you to use heavy melee more. Not just to get the stun off, but to get like the bleed damage off as well, which can make a difference. But like I said earlier, with the heavy melee nerf, that does hurt the burst rifle a bit. But you know, with bleed, with the stun, with the shot, you should have enough firepower to take out a small dino, even with the heavy melee nerfs. I don't think there's anything else to talk about with the burst rifle. I'm going to disappear now. And let you guys enjoy the rest of this round. And like the other two rounds, this round definitely went well for me. I'm going to leave it at that. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this round. And please leave a like, subscribe. Oh my god, we're almost done with our marathon. Right, and I shall see you all later.